The weaver of the golden echo. In the era of the sun-drenched peaks, a young artisan named Clarion fashioned jars of clay that could hold the very essence of summer. Yet, despite the beauty of her craft, the jars sat silent and cold in her workshop, for no soul in the kingdom of Ethelgard knew of their magic. Her mentor, a towering sage named Logus, leaned upon his staff and spoke with a voice like rolling thunder, telling her that even the brightest star remains invisible if it is shrouded in thick clouds. He urged her to build bridges of words and images so that the world might find its way to her door. To begin her quest, Clarion sought the art of advertising, which the ancients called the Great Signal. She climbed the highest cliff overlooking the capital and painted a mural of such vibrant gold and deep azure that it could be seen from the furthest borders of the land. It was a bold declaration, an unyielding image that demanded the attention of every traveler who walked the King's Road. This was the foundation of her reach, a visual siren call that planted the seed of her name in the minds of the masses. Beyond the visible signal, Clarion turned to the luminous web, a mystical lattice of silver threads that connected every village through the whispering winds, much like the digital outreach of the modern age. She stood upon a grassy knoll and cast silken fibers into the air, enchanting them with songs of her craftsmanship. These threads traveled instantly to the ears of distant scholars and lonely shepherds alike, ensuring that the news of her jars bypassed the slow mountain paths and reached the hearts of those she could never meet in person. Knowing that interest alone does not fill a marketplace, Clarion introduced the Rite of the Copper Moon, a sales promotion designed to stir the hesitant into action. She met a weary traveler named Zale at the edge of the market and offered him a polished copper token, explaining that for 3 days only, a jar could be claimed for half its weight in silver. The promise of a fleeting opportunity and a tangible reward spurred the people to move quickly, creating a whirlwind of activity around her stall as they sought to seize the bargain before the moon changed its face. To win the trust of the city, Clarion practiced the craft of public relations by mending the ancient, broken aqueduct of the elders without asking for a single coin. She worked alongside the venerable Malthus, the head of the council, demonstrating that her skill was not merely for profit, but for the prosperity of all Ethelgard. By weaving her reputation into the well-being of the community, she earned a prestige that no simple coin could buy, and the people spoke of her as a guardian of the city's spirit rather than a mere merchant. Finally, Clarion employed the method of the sealed parchment, which the wise call direct marketing. She did not send her message to the winds this time. Instead, she crafted a specific scroll for the High Alchemist, for she knew he required vessels that could withstand the heat of dragonfire. By speaking directly to his unique needs and delivering the message into his very hands, she proved that she understood his work, creating a personal bond that was far more powerful than a shout in a crowded square. As the seasons turned, the workshop that was once silent became the heart of the kingdom. Logus returned to find Clarion surrounded by a sea of light, for her various techniques had converged like tributaries into a mighty river. He observed how the great signal brought them to the city, the luminous web kept them informed, the copper moon moved them to act, and her public works earned their undying loyalty. The artisan had become a master of the echo, ensuring her craft would never again be forgotten. Clarion sat by the hearth and realized that her jars were more than clay. They were a testament to the power of connection. She understood now that a creator's duty is twofold. First, to make something of worth, and second, to ensure it finds the person whose life it will brighten. Each technique she had used was a different thread in a tapestry of communication, and without any one of them, the picture would have been incomplete. Logus stood before the new apprentices and told them that the world is a vast and noisy place, filled with many voices. To be heard, one must not only be loud, but also clear, kind, and specific. He taught them that the wisdom of promotion is not about trickery, but about the art of making the truth known in a way that serves the neighbor and the stranger alike. Today, the jars of Clarion are found in every corner of the world, from the highest palace to the humblest hut. She remains in her workshop, still turning the wheel, but she never forgets to send out her echoes to the world. For in the kingdom of Ethelgard and beyond, it is known that a great work only truly lives when it is shared with the hearts of many.